That's hokey, and old JonTron was better.
Well, that's debatable, but there's no question that JonTron's content has changed over the years as he strives for improvement. He's had some absolutely phenomenal videos in recent years, but that doesn't change the fact that there was a certain charm to his preliminary work. Anyone who watched my video on Nakey Jakey knows how much I loved JonTron's content before Game Grumps, and it's something I get nostalgic about. This makes it all the more bemusing that John has unlisted over half of his videos from his first era on YouTube. For those who don't know, it is widely accepted that John's videos can be broken up into eras or seasons due to the long breaks he takes. We are currently in Era 5, but this video will predominantly focus on Era 1 as that's when the majority of the removed videos were released. Some of the removals make sense, but some of these videos were absolutely fantastic, and today we'll be taking a look at the best and worst of JonTron's lost videos. Firstly, I'll quickly address videos removed outside of Era 1. From what I could find, all videos removed after Era 1 were updates, announcements, Q&As and paid sponsorships. I presume with these the information in them became redundant and were removed for losing their value to John's audience, even though some were very entertaining. John also has videos he's made before the creation of the JonTron channel. If you want to hear more about those, I advise you to watch the Gamer from Mars video entitled The Missing JonTron Videos. JonTron has also shown parts of unfinished videos, these being top 10 Mario levels and Disneyland games, but these clips never made it to John's channel. A lot of the videos John has deleted are part of some experimental series. No videos illustrate this more than the gaming in public videos. Only 2 parts of this series were ever made and essentially boiled down to John asking the public questions. They do make members of the public look a little stupid, and he does trick people into signing a petition that includes Hail Herr Hitler. That probably would land him in a lot of hot water with Susan on YouTube these days. But it was funny and entertaining, and it's pretty timid compared to other videos we've seen from creators in public. Plus people were informed it was a joke afterwards. I think these are worth watching, but equally I can understand why they're gone. GoldenEye 007 Wii feels a little weird to watch now. It's a review with absolutely zero humour. No jokes, just a talk through the gameplay, multiplayer story and longevity. Looking at his usual videos, this one would feel a little strange on his channel now. It has a similar vibe to his original Castlevania and Daikatana videos, but even those had more humour in them. Apples and Breaks is a bizarre one. The video itself is just him acting hysterical over breaking his Nintendo DS. It's clearly just meant to be nonsensical humour, but it feels like such a nothing video compared to his main ones. However, in 2014 a search began to try and find the video. Maybe someone had it downloaded, or maybe there was a link to the unlisted version. This started on the JonTron subreddit and soon moved on to Twitter, starting the Re-Break the Apple movement. This trended on Twitter, but eventually the search died down and the video is still not public on JonTron's channel. George Lucas and JonTron Visit Jupiter is one of the better videos John unlisted. John mocks the special edition remastering of Star Wars original movies on DVD. This remastering was disliked by a number of people and John took the issues people had with it and pretends to apply them to his channel. It's actually quite clever humour, and on quality alone this video shouldn't have been taken down. But I think we can all take an educated guess as to why this one's gone. The Iron Gamer video was extremely bad. In fact, I'll just say this is the worst video I've ever seen on John's channel. JonTron and Dodger feel really awkward at times. This guy says nothing the whole video, and this guy is such an annoying cocky dickhead that this is completely unwatchable. This was for a competition and the video on JonTron's channel was only 1 round, but I haven't seen the rest and this video has made me want to actively avoid it. Thank God this one's been removed because it needed deleting. JonTron's Minecraft World on the other hand is pretty good. The first half of the video opens like any usual JonTron video with some decent humour, but the second half shows off the potential to create in Minecraft very well. It's also presented well, and John's not really done anything like this since. At the time Minecraft was still relatively unknown, so maybe John feels like this video has served its purpose, and is a bit redundant because it does feel like a bit of an endorsement for the game. Regardless, I thought it was good and I think this one should probably be public. John also has an endorsement video for the Continue YouTube channel, where he just says, hey look, it's Continue, go watch them, and then shows a clip of one of their videos. It's completely redundant because JonTron has a 20-minute video he did with Continue up on his channel now. It's in the Continue style and it's way better than the endorsement video, so the endorsement video being removed is very understandable.
Shit, fuck.
I was quite surprised to find that QuickTime Events Suck was removed because I always thought it was one of the best from Era 1. He spends the video discrediting QuickTime Events, but I always thought this one had a really good balance of comedy and logical critique. This was probably removed due to it being a 1-video series. A month after this, John released Top 5 Things That Ruin a Game's Immersion on the GameStation Network YouTube channel. This video discusses issues with cheap deaths and bad AI, and this video should really be called Top 5 Shit That Fucks Games Up. I can imagine he released this and then realised he'd used used his best topics for his series, so decided to drop it. Speaking of top list videos, 7 out of the 11 from Era 1 have been removed, and the majority of these removals seem a little bizarre. However, I know John has said in the past that he disagrees with the top 10 most overrated games of all time video, and has disowned his choices in it. When this was released, it was met with some backlash for being elitist and having some questionable choices. Although his other top list videos were all better received, if he disagrees with his previous choices in them too, then this would be an obvious reason to remove them. However, top lists were such a staple of John's channel during Era 1, and to remove the majority of them feels like a wrong decision to me. Top lists are a bit of an outdated format on YouTube these days, but some of John's were released nearly a decade ago, so I think that's an unfair criticism. Also, some of these felt like a huge deal back in the day. JonTron's top 20 SNES videos felt like a really historic moment when they were released, and to see them unlisted feels like a real shame. While JonTron's top list videos are definitely worth watching, what are not are his update videos. I found a couple, although there could definitely be more. The only notable thing about these is that in one, JonTron plays the harmonica pretty well.
It's like actually a song.
More notable is his League and I Remove video. This was a song and music video John made about his love for League of Legends. It's a fun little song, and as someone who has played a ton of League, it's nice seeing the ancient looking version of League in the music video. This one was probably removed for one of two reasons. Firstly, he doesn't really like League anymore, and two, it could have had copyright issues due to it being a parody of You and I by Lady Gaga. However, the song is still available on iTunes and Spotify. For his 21st birthday, John created Drunk Gaming Castlevania Adventure. In this video, John gets extremely drunk and then plays the first level of Castlevania The Adventure. He critiques it pretty harshly, but from personal experience I can tell you this game is a piece of shit. It's very funny, and in terms of the video itself, I'm not sure why it's gone. Maybe he's just embarrassed about being a drunken mess in one of his videos. Or maybe he's nervous it could get him in trouble with YouTube down the line. But I disagree with both those reasons if they were his point of view. John has also done a couple game reviews while acting drunk. These were on Nimbus, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Sonic Colors. These were all pretty good, although I think John made the right decision to stop these. After 3, the gimmick had run its course, and I'd had enough. My favourite of these is Sonic Colors, which is also part of 3 different Sonic related videos. All 3 have hilarious sketches in them of the Sonic creators doing drugs and killing people. Maybe that makes them a little too edgy for today's YouTube, but this is some of John's best stuff from Era 1 and it shouldn't be unlisted. Speaking of videos which shouldn't have been unlisted, Final Hallway 13-2 is probably the video I personally like the most from all of the removed videos. It's a sequel to one of John's most iconic videos, and this one is also fantastic. John warns the completionist not to play Final Fantasy XIII, and then John comes from the future to warn John not to warn the completionist. I really like the premise and the humour, and you've got to feel bad for the completionist. The man put in some Oscar-worthy acting for John over this period, and John's deleted almost all of it. John's first venture away from video games came in the form of the now removed Jurassic Park The Lost Potential. The video consists of John criticising Jurassic Park 2. The criticisms all seem valid to me, and the humour is pretty spot on. This would definitely fit well on John's channel now, but was removed due to YouTube coming down on it for copyrighted material of the Jurassic Park film. Obviously that's incorrect as reviews come under fair use, but regardless that's the reason it's gone. 6 months after the video was released, John released an update video about the situation surrounding the video and where to find it. This has been unlisted and neither link to the video work now anyway. The final removed video is on King Quest V. I know I said Final Hallway 2 was my personal favourite, but if I was being objective, this is John's best removed video. Just like the Jurassic Park one, this feels like a fully fledged JonTron episode. I see absolutely no reason why this should have been removed. It's funny, it's well edited, and it even has a good underlying message on how completing games now is much easier due to internet guides. More than any other taken down video, this one would definitely still fit his channel. It's even better than some of the Era 1 videos that are still public. This one absolutely baffles me. I couldn't find any record for his reasoning behind this one being removed. If anyone knows why, then let me know in the comments. I know these videos are pretty old now and not as many people care anymore, but these videos were a big part of my childhood. I remember binging JonTron videos for hours as a child. It's not a huge deal because there are re-uploads and links to unlisted videos, but when he removes these videos from his channel, it feels like he's disowning content which in some cases were really good and meant something to a lot of people. I also think these can act as a huge inspiration for any creator who wants to start and grow a YouTube channel, because it's incredible to see how far JonTron has come. Thank you for watching. Did you know that John had deleted so many videos? Did he remove any of your favourites? Are there many of these you haven't seen before? Let me know in the comments. If you want to know more about JonTron's lost videos, check out the useful links section in the description. I also have a Discord that opened to my fans recently. It has a bunch of people on there who have been in previous videos of mine, and we are playing games every Friday at 8 BST. This week's game is Cards Against Humanity, so if you want to play, be sure to join the Discord. Also, thanks to everyone who bought the new shirts. Be sure to send send a picture of yourself wearing it if you got one, and you might end up featuring in a video. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.